Maya and Arjun met on a Tuesday. There was nothing extraordinary about that day. The sky was dull, the coffee lukewarm. But there in the back of a quiet community library, they ended up sitting next to each other at a local writing group neither of them had planned to attend. Maya, in her late 20s, was a quiet observer. She rarely read aloud, never shared what she wrote. Her notebooks were filled with half-sentences, metaphors she wasn't brave enough to finish. Her voice was soft, almost hesitant, like she was always expecting to be interrupted. Arjun was different, but not by much. A trauma counselor by profession, he had the calm presence of someone used to listening. But if you paid close attention, his own eyes had a kind of stillness, like a man who kept all his emotions in the quietest corner of his heart. They didn't speak much that day, just a nod, a shared glance, a passing comment about the smell of old books. But from that day on, they sat beside each other every week. Over time, their silence became its own kind of language. They'd bring each other coffee without asking how the other took it. They'd de-trade novels and underline the lines that reminded them of something neither of them would ever say out loud. Arjun once passed Maya a poem scribbled on the back of a napkin. Title, no name. It read, "Some people heal by leaving, others by staying, and some just learn to breathe beside the fire." Maya didn't ask who it was for. She just smiled. That small, wounded kind of smile. The kind that says, "I know." Both of them carried wounds. Maya had learned long ago that love could vanish without warning. A childhood full of absence, a relationship that left her empty. She'd learned to protect her heart by not showing it at all. Arjun's past was quieter, but heavier. His younger brother, gone far too soon. The guilt had etched itself into him, convincing him that closeness meant danger and love was something he didn't deserve to receive. So instead of falling in love out loud, they lived in the space between things. He'd brush her fingers accidentally. She'd linger a little longer when they said goodbye. Sometimes they'd talk about characters they wrote. Always fiction. Always not really me. But it always was. One night a storm rolled in unexpectedly, and the writing group was canceled. Arjun went anyway. He found Maya in the far corner of the library alone. Her eyes red. Her body tense. She didn't look at him, not right away. When she finally did, she didn't speak. She didn't need to. Arjun sat down beside her. She leaned into his shoulder, slowly, like someone afraid of breaking something precious. And he let her stay there. No questions, no explanations, just silence that held more than any words could. In that moment, they both understood something. Sometimes love isn't grand gestures or epic declarations. Sometimes it's, "I'm here, I see you." It's the kind of closeness that doesn't need to be named to be real. The weeks passed, then months. They never kissed. They never confessed. But their bond stayed, as quiet and sacred as it had always been. Maya eventually published a poetry book. On the last page she wrote, "To the one I never touched, but who held me more than anyone ever did," and tucked away in Arjun's old worn journal. Hidden between client notes and empty pages was this line: "Almost was enough to save me." Sometimes the loudest love is the one we never speak aloud. This is the story of Maya and Arjun. This is the story of almost. If this story moved you, don't forget to like the video, leave a comment sharing your thoughts, and subscribe for more gentle stories about love, healing, and the quiet moments that change us.